Hello my viewers, welcome back to this channel. Subscribe because you will find my video very interesting. Give this video a thumbs up by tapping on the like button and feel free to be part of the conversation. It's about Kendrick Lamar and Drake beef. But before you proceed, let's get into the video and don't forget to like and share.
DJ Vlad criticized for an argument with college professor. So we got into it with a Princeton professor after she asked him not to speak on the Drake and Kendrick beef. His tweet was simply, "Kendrick's Not Like Us needed a better mix. It takes away from the song." Now, I was told that DJ Vlad was a producer, so I don't see why he couldn't have this opinion about the song. She responded to him and said, "You are white. This is a black folk affair." So he responded to her and said, "Wait, so a professor at Princeton is telling me that a white person shouldn't be allowed to voice their opinion about hip-hop? Is that how you interact with your students?" She came back and said, "What I'm saying is that you put your opinion in a discussion that's not needed. This conversation is and should censor black people, not you." Vlad said, "Don't try to change your words now. I'll be reaching out to Princeton about this on Monday." So she said, "Semester's over and my contract has been completed, but thanks for trying to bully me out of a job for censoring black people because you got your feelings hurt." The professor says she found it funny that Vlad chose her to respond to out of all people. "Well, I mean, you kind of asked for it." Vlad said, "I responded to you because all the other responses are from trolls and fake accounts. You may want to think about getting a burner account like all the other bigots do. That's how they keep from getting fired. LOL. Ate her up." Jesus. He definitely did. And later on, he shared another tweet clarifying that he never actually planned to file a complaint against her. He said, "She trolled me and I trolled back." But he feels like their argument led to a bigger conversation about race relations, and he plans to bring it up in his future interviews.
Here's the thing: social media is the place where people can express their opinions. Vlad said what he said, and that comment had nothing to do with race. All Vlad said was the song needed a better mix.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that comment. And then the sister said what she said, but now that sister has to deal with the consequences of whatever Vlad chooses to do, if he chooses to, file a formal complaint or whatever. And Vlad has to deal with the consequences of filing the complaint on the sister because social media gonna be mad at. Right. So everybody got the right to their opinion.
Yeah, he said he wasn't actually gonna do it though. He probably was just trying, like he said, troll her back. But some things just shouldn't be turned into race. I think it was just like,
I agree.
He
was talking about a mix.
But the funny thing is, when Vlad is a DJ though, right? He used to be a DJ.
Not only is Vlad a DJ, Vlad was a producer. So Vlad knows a bad mix when he hears one.
No, but he was a real DJ, like doing parties and clubs and mixtapes.
And he's from the West Coast.
So when he heard it, he probably was like,
"Yeah, I thought that whole exchange was very, very strange because I don't know why a professor from Princeton would react in the way a regular Twitter nigga would."
Yeah,
like, you know what I mean?
Well, not only that, he just said he didn't like the mix.
That's what
he said. He didn't like the mix.
That wasn't the thing to bring race into.
I didn't like this record because it is. I didn't like. He just said I didn't like the mix.
I didn't like the mix. That was not something to bring race into.
Vlad, let me help you out here, bro. She wasn't trolling you. So Vlad said, "Since it's Monday, I will clear the air and state that I never intended on filing a complaint to Princeton for former Professor Morgan Jenkins, saying that white people aren't allowed to comment on Kendrick Lamar's music." That's not what she said. That's not what she said. Anyway, she trolled me, I trolled back. She did not troll you. You were dead ass serious, DJ Vlad. You added Princeton, and you kept adding Princeton to get them involved. And then when you realized Princeton wasn't going to get involved, when you realized that Princeton could give two fucks about what you got going on or this beef, you realized it was a Monday, yet the pump fake. Because this would have been the biggest fed. You would have lost all of hip hop if you'd have done this. Come on, dog. Come on, bro. I don't understand what you're talking about here.
Just a reminder, it's okay to set your ego aside and say, all right, I might be wrong here, or there might be more to this than I'm seeing. And I'm talking specifically here about DJ Vlad on Twitter, who, like many of us, is following this Drake and Kendrick Lamar situation. And like many of us, is giving his opinion, and unlike many of us, is established as someone who knows a lot about hip hop and spends a lot of time discussing hip hop. And so, on the surface, of course, his opinions are valid, and I'm not really here to say whether or not they are. But what we're talking about here is a black woman responded to something that he said and said something along the lines of like, stay out of this. This is not necessarily about white people. This is, this is ours. And as someone who is who he is and occupies the space he does, you would think that the reasonable response would be to come back and say, I can see why you are tired of voices like mine and faces like mine being the most prominent ones in these discussions, especially when we're talking about this particular back and forth that has involved a lot of really heavy allegations and a lot of things that like really don't involve us white folks, even as fans. I'm not in a conversation about colorism or about the validity of someone's blackness or even about like the complexities around relationships between black men and white women. Some things are not ours to talk about, and that doesn't mean you can't have opinions or you can't talk about them. But when someone says like, holy shit, can you stop being the one that's talking about this? Can you let the people who are involved with this be the ones to talk about it and be the loudest voices? It is okay for you to say, I can see why you, as someone who is in this space that was created by folks for themselves because they were shut out of other opportunities by us, I can see why you might not want us to be the loudest voice or to be the face that everyone is referring back to. And so rather than saying that, DJ Vlad came back at her with like these like, I guess like threatening, like I can't believe Princeton would allow one of their employees to talk to me this way or something along those lines. And I'm paraphrasing because I'm not reading it right now. But the attitude to come back at was pretty disappointing from someone who I would think would understand the larger nuance of what was happening as someone who is active in the hip hop space. It is okay to just be like, you know what? Thank you for pointing that out. It's okay to say that. It's okay to do that. It's fine. It's okay.
Y'all, can we please take the mics away from DJ Vlad and DJ Academics? Where's DJ D-Rec when you need him? Like, I really don't like wishing bad on nobody, but I really hope y'all get tonsillitis forever. The takes and the stuff y'all say are always bad. I understand everybody has an opinion, but y'all be sounding dumb every time. DJ Jigglypuff has been so annoying during this whole Kendrick and Drake thing, but what he said today really irritated me.
When I said, what top 5 you smoking on? I don't think you've been present in this culture, my If we gotta go 5 years without hearing from you, it bothers me. I don't think you're that busy.
Oh, you're mad, big academics. How can you say Kendrick Lamar is not that busy with his family and you don't have a family of your own? You wouldn't know. You may look pregnant because your stomach is big and round, but that don't mean you know anything about having kids or a companion. How can you tell another man about his time management with a family that you don't have? Please. All you do is ride meat and eat meat lovers pizza. That's all you do, and we're tired. Please take the mic. DJ Vlad is another one, always talking about color people conversations, and you barely got a color to yourself. He trying to get a black professor fired from Princeton because she told him what he is. You are white. Like, look how fast he code switched and went back to his white side. He said, wait, so a professor at Princeton is telling me that a white person shouldn't be allowed to voice their opinion about hip hop? OMG, G Willikers. Is that how you interact with your students? Like, please get out of here. And she clocked it. She said, but thanks for trying to bully me out of a job for centering black people because you got your feelings hurt. And he said, people say ignorant and bigoted comments at you publicly and they act like they're getting bullied when they get a response. Typical victim mentality. Go ahead and take that Princeton out of your profile. What did she say wrong? All she said was you was white, and it's the truth. You are a Ukrainian immigrant and you have 2 Russian parents. You are the whitest of the white. And this is what I be saying. They make all this money off of us using our black culture, and then when it's time to flip, they can just flip easily because they white. I'm so tired of Beavis and Butthead. Take the mics away.
Vlad, there's a reason why our good sis told Vlad to mind his business and stay out of black people business. Now the business that he was minding, that he shouldn't have been part of, is now minding him, and he's backtracking. She gave you a heads up. You understand, you touch one, you touch all. We might not get along now and then as black people, but touch one, touch all. We're coming. Doesn't matter if there's beef or anything. At that point, the focus is you. And she told you, she said, stay out of the business that does not concern you. Now the business is minding you. Now you've got anxiety. Anxiety, is that you? Pain, is that you? I think your time is...
Okay, guys, I think it was not necessary. And I don't think in hip-hop, black necessarily and exclusively, I do not feel the way I feel like he need anybody who has the opinion about it with soul help. He immediately got offense and he immediately wanted to break her and wanted to affect her in her career. For instance, because if someone come to my profession and my career, yeah, I have a problem with you. Yeah, I will have a problem with that. Though the response was projecting anger and also project that if someone remind you anytime that say something like that, you feel threat. Yeah, it couldn't be the reason she responded to him copying her and any of her employer, hoping to get her fired because you got in your feelings some kind of word. Yeah, I'm amazed because of the action adopted by the adult. To me, I wouldn't like someone to try and destroy my career. I think she was right by the action because he relates the professor's comment to racism and bigotry. But many would argue he's simply projecting and wanted to attack her character and intelligence. Yeah, what we are talking about here is a black woman responded to something that he said and saying something along the line of like, yeah, this isn't necessary. About Pankalo people, when you ask someone who is and occupies his faces he does, he would think that the reasonable response would be to come back. DJ Vlad is a Pankalo man who has profited from black culture for years. He claimed to give unwanted view on it. And Kendrick, not like us, needed a better mix. It takes away from the song he wrote on X. Village saw a black woman and a predominantly, yeah, white university and tried to use his weaknesses against her. This is disgusting. My opinion based on what I read is that Princeton was telling that a pan-colored person shouldn't be allowed to voice their opinion about hip-hop. Villard was immediately called out for threatening a black woman for no reason, other than telling him to mind his business. Villard said that he never had any intention of filing a complaint to Princeton. Yeah, he also said that he throwed him and he throwed back, which is not true, because to me, he was doing it intentionally. Yeah, he was doing it intentionally. Okay guys, I do not condemn any harassment or hate. If you have watched up to this extent, thank you for watching. Don't forget to leave your thoughts on the comment section of what you think of this video, and we do not support any harassment or whatever. The video are for entertainment and educational purposes, so please subscribe to this channel, like and share. I will see you when I upload my next one.